Alright, so this deck list posted a decent-ish finish at one of the events I pulled a deck list off of on Melee recently. I don't remember which one. I don't remember what its record was, but it got playing a lot of generically good cards and quality interaction, so let's play some games. So we got, the usual suspects in blue these days, Shark Typhoon and Memory Lapse. We're ramping up into Nissa off of Into the North, and then Nissa with Memory Lapse is actually really gross because you'll note we have Rimewood Falls here as well as Breeding Pool. So if Nissa untaps either of these on their own tap to cast Memory Lapse. Right Into the North also gets any snow land out of our deck. So in addition to providing fixing with the basics and finding a dual land with Rimewood Falls, we've also got this singleton Faceless Haven here that we can fish up with Into the North. So this isn't just a ramp spell. It can be a threat in the mid to late game once we've developed our colors, which is sweet. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see if we can mess some people up here today. Yeah, one of the Insight events sounds right. Pretty sure we mulligan no plays before 4 in the dark. Hand sucks keep territory here for sure. Nissa is green Teferi giving you Memory Lapse mana. Big mood. Big mood. Opponent got Steam Vents here on 1, playing one of them good historic decks. Fancy players and their good decks. Man, it's been a while since I've used Fabled Passage. So it's not legal in Standard 22, and not a lot of historic decks play it. My body is ready to Memory Lapse this expressive iteration. Crash through. Okay. So almost assuredly Phoenix then, right? Memory Lapse this one because it's technically still a 1-for-1 and it keeps them from holy shit. Was that the best draw in our deck after putting that on top? But listen, chat, I know Narset has a -2, but she could also just sit here at 5 loyalty. Aren't prison cards fun? Are we having fun yet, opponent? I'm having fun. Got me. Is there a Lightning Bolt? Lightning Helix is legal. Lightning Bolt proper is not legal.
Fury will only lead you astray.
Yeah, Phoenix attacks for 3. She also dies to 2 shocks instead of just You
cannot see your folly.
Is Wrath of God here? I think so. I think it's like Wrath tap land. I'm gonna make them have Phoenix or a Shock here.
I was not prepared for this.
I would like the record to reflect this is probably not the correct play, but it's the content play. K-Joy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning.
Strange and magnificent world. Rise, my elemental friend.
And then thanks to my gal here, I can cast this commit this turn as well. I mean, I'm not saying we're not going to win with the Shark Typhoon. I'm just saying it's probably correct to have cycled it. What we're currently doing is certainly more fun, though. I'd be very surprised if Doom Foretold is a card that's competitive.
Talk of peace.
Cometh at me, friends. They could technically throw away a 4/4 to kill Nissa here. They correctly assessed that play would end very badly for them. Oh, punished. Punished so hard. Not yet, Bob. We're getting a big injection of new cards next week. No, come back! I wasn't done making sharks. I wasn't done making sharks yet, opponent. Alright, so definitely want to settle. Aether Gust is fine. Extra Baffling End is fine. Rest in Peace is decent. Tamiyo probably just gets attacked down a lot. Some number of Wrath of God are probably okay. I don't know that I want all three. Maybe I don't need the fourth Baffling End. It's really only good against Dragon Fairy. Let's try this. We do this on 1, so that way we can guaranteed play this on 3. Probably Aether Gusting this if we don't draw Baffling End. It's fun. I'll alleviate some of the pressure on board. They could have something like Mystic Dispute in these post-board games. Spell Pierce. I'm gonna take 1 here. I don't want to Aether Gust this and then have them fight over it and hit me for more than 1. It's a nice draw. A second white here for the Wrath of God. Rampant growth, ladies and gentlemen. Rampant growth. Okay. Move your finest Sprite Dragons into my sweeper, please. Deal a Reno. So we're into 11. Honestly, just want to draw lanes here. Friends. Was there a white-green Stoland? I skimmed really quick. I'm gonna look at my thing now. Did I miss it? I thought there were only blue-green ones. Oh, this isn't uploading to my Untapped for some reason. Did my Untapped crash? There is one. Okay. Yeah, my Untapped doesn't seem to be working. All right, I'll double check after the game, but there's no reason not to get that. I just missed it.
Past, present, and future.
I'm again just gonna leave her at 5. They could have Fry post board, but Shocks and Phoenixes and stuff, she's definitely better off at 5. There's one Arctic Treeline. Yes, this should be an Arctic Treeline then.
Contain your rage.
Nice. I was gonna say this is a post board game, so I'm gonna commit this at sorcery speed, but now we just get to Baffling End. And then we can commit something and then memory next turn to put them down to 1 card. Deal. And that should be a concession here. As appealing as it is to play Nissa, putting them to 1 card is more appealing. Thanks for the 19 months, Pittsburgh Phil. Welcome back. Mind twist for thee, wheel for me. It's a good line.
We will not fail. The land shall conquer you.
This actually makes the Nissa lands bigger, which is great. Actually have me dead in 2 in the air. I wonder if they're just supposed to ignore the Nissa.
My strength fades. There are so many mismeditate and prepare.
Oh, I should have played her first, technically, right?
I protect that which cannot protect itself. Behold, nature's true power.
Oh, yeah. The 0-4 that does nothing. You love to see it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. X is 16. No, if I attack first, I can't use my 2 floating mana. If I attack first, I only get a 14/14, chat. You want to deny me 2 power on my Krasis and an entire card? What kind of monster are you? It's a deal breaker. I'm confident chat's line was strictly wrong because it involves drawing fewer cards. Listen here, I've got my priorities in line. I'd encourage you to get yours in line as well. Yeah, this one looked good. When it was close to the vote yesterday, Boo Shoes, I was like, yeah, we should just play this tomorrow. Hey, thanks for doing that, Shav. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. I feel like I was going somewhere, but now I can't recall. Does anybody remember where we were going? Oh, we were going into the north, right? Sorry. That makes sense. I hate when we can't agree on where we're going, chat. Much dispute, such wow. If I do this and they Shark Typhoon, cycle for 2, I'm a little sad. I guess I still get to draw a card. I think I want a chance to draw a land here, so I'm gonna fetch this Narset away. Sedge. Adrenaline drop here. Another Magma Opus or Shark Typhoon here. Not bad. They discarded a land, so they found another one. Gear Hulk's gonna be annoying. Thanks for letting me untap, greedy opponent. Yeah, I know what they wanted to do. It was very greedy.
make an excellent informant for my study.
So, if I down tick...
Seek and find.
If I down tick any Helix or whatever kills hers, I think we uptick. Well, so I named Nissa there because there's 4 Nissas in my deck. There's only 3 Narsets in my deck. So no, we found Narset, but we weren't likely to find her. Memory Lapse this one.
The past is never forgotten. I have learned all I can here.
I know what. No time for a break.
You got me. Ben. I've been got.
You know what? I'm not done
If you wish to surrender, hone your prowess.
Alright, let's see if they attack with this Gear Hulk. If they attack, Faceless Haven can smack Narset. Otherwise, this might be a spot where we like Royal the Narset, play Krasis as a 6/6. When you Nissa Faceless Haven, by the way, it becomes a 7/6. Oh, I tapped all my snowlands, though. Shit.
We are all connected.
Crap. You're gonna get aggressive here.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. They have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 mana here. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have made the snow dual a mana, right? The creature, I probably should have made one of these a creature. Mistake on my part again. It's gonna be another hard cast Shark Typhoon game. Might be. Okay, they can technically discard Opus, untap 2 land, Gearhulk Opus here. Yeah, the problem with the hard cast is I need to get value out of it the same turn. Because, like, if I do the hard cast and then... Let's see if they learn from their mistake and do it not on my turn. Although I guess they need to tap some things. Maybe they need to do it on my turn. Make a huge shark? No, I think that's wrong. I want to wait and see what I draw. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to animate this. Wait, does Nissa animating this overwrite it? Is it going to turn this into a 0/0? I'm actually not sure how that works. I think that's how it works. Is it's going to turn it back into a 0/0? It'll be a 3/3 till we animate it again. Oh, it also can't animate. Yeah, that's true. Good call. Yeah, I flubbed this. Yeah, I think we need to kill Teferi this turn, is the plan.
The land fights for us.
There is an Arctic Treeline. Look at that.
Really should have seen that coming.
I mean, even if they sweep, I still have Shark Typhoon, right? They could have tapped my Krasis. They could have, yeah.
I have just the trick for this.
What I need them to have is no memory. Memory would be the card that would put me pretty far behind. They, like, commit Nissa and then memory put me down to 1 card in hand. "27 cards in my deck, 31 in there." Man, these games are just a slog. This is gonna be one of those 90-minute videos where we play like 3 or 4 matches. Yeah, we're 30 minutes into this set, and this is the third game we've played, second match. We have 2 helixes here.
I need a rest.
Alright, we have a 3rd helix. Doesn't look like it. Got some announcements. Okay, we'll get those in a little bit. Is there anything new? Is there any, before I look, is there anything new in the announcements? Or just all stuff we've seen? Are you playing Merfolk with the new cards? Definitely. Did we just draw 2 with Krasis here? Nothing new? Okay. I'm just gonna play a 5/5 before they can cast another Narset. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodbye, friend. Mystic Disputes and Dovin's Veto's in. Wrath of God, Baffling End out. Into the Roil out. Honestly, I probably board Rest in Peace in, right? They had Mizzix Mastery this game. I think they have enough graveyard stuff with Mizzix Mastery that Rest in Peace becomes worthwhile. I put an Aether Gust in my deck too, because it occasionally counters Magma Opus. Five mana rat? Is that the ninjutsu one? Or a different 5 mana rat? The ninjutsu rat of my childhood? Bought our most expensive card here in our Landblight hand. You're thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, there's a ninjutsu rat. I'm telling you. Magic Zoomers, get off my lawn. She's legendary. I forget what her name is. Yeah, Ink Eyes. Ink Eyes is the one, right? Ink Eyes sounds right. No, Memory Lapse! Oh, she costs 6. See, chat, my boomer brain is made of soup. I forgot that's a 6 drop. Oh, and ninjutsu's for 5. I'm gonna say we're both right. I accept your apology, we're both right. Yeah, she costs 5 because you're only ever tapping 5 lands for her. Exactly correct. Real rats have curves, something like that. This is definitely a Shark Typhoon game. You know, this Torrential Gearhulk card seems a lot worse when I have Mystic Disputes in my deck. So I didn't GM cycle Shark Typhoon there Because if they Gear Hulk plus Dispute, they could beat me. That's pretty good. Yikes. Historic Mill after your Modern Mill games yesterday. Do you think Historic Mill is good? Because I played Modern Mill because I thought it was good and it did end up being good. Can you explain why you think Historic Mill is good? Modern Mill's been putting up tournament results. It's awful. No, I don't really intend to play an awful deck of my own volition. Decks that I'm picking out are things that I'm going to play that I think could potentially be competitive. Does Yasharn shut off the treasure? Oh shit, you're right! I could have cycled Shark Typhoon the previous turn because this was shut off by Yasharn. Wow, that's huge. I forgot about that. Good catch. Nice 6-drop. Okay. Good chat. Game 2 is looking to be a little bit quicker than Game 1 here. So, like, the treasures aren't super relevant in Best of 1. And by the time, like, the treasures are mostly relevant for getting ahead early. Which means they're really not that relevant. Goodbye, friend. They're dead to the creature land activation here. Climbing on up the ladder. Memory lapsing people. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we had commit to clear blocker as well. Yeah, the type of deck that would really like Yasharn in Standard 22 is also the type of deck that tends to really struggle in a best of 1 environment. So maybe that's something worth exploring in the fall when rotation happens and we have a proper queue. But as long as we're forced to play Standard 22 in a best of 1 environment, I don't think that sounds worth exploring. So we'll grab Arctic Treeline with this one, grab our first white source, and this is Plains for the second. We are a ramp deck. It's like, for reference. There's a reason why we're playing Nissa and not Teferi, right? I post deck lists somewhere. In every YouTube video description, you will find deck lists for the for the deck that is in that video. Or are they a Citadel deck? They don't have a companion in Wellspring. They're probably a Citadel deck. Yeah. He could be dead here. Yeah, is it Nissa commit Citadel? Probably. This is technically not dead on board.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Are we dead now? Yeah, we're dead. It's a bit too aggressive. Yeah, I don't always put the updated lists in the video description. You should watch the video. Give my YouTube clicks, chat. Clickety, clickety, click, click, clicks. Well, if you go to the YouTube channel I just referenced, you can find about 5 or 6 videos with Kiki Cord, and all of those videos are one of the 2 things you just mentioned. So that's probably a good barometer of which of the 2 I prefer. Trim the Planeswalkers here, since they're pretty aggressive and can pressure them off the table. The rest of this all seems pretty good. Bring in some cheap interaction, bring in another sweeper, bring in a Yasharn. I think this is a veto matchup. Rest in Peace could be okay. I guess they are a Woe Strider deck. Turns off Cat, too. I don't know that it's better than anything I currently have. I think I need to keep these in my deck so I can take Citadel off the table on occasion. I think we're actually going to do Kiki Court again tomorrow morning to start. It's been a second. We took this morning off of Moto to play some Pokemon Unite, Christy and I. We'll be back to the spreadsheets tomorrow. Yikes. I didn't want to cast the spell before turn 4 anyways. Sounds boring. Innkeeper seems sweet in their deck. Makes you ramp up to Citadel. Makes you treasures to sacrifice to Devil. Can dig it. I think I'm likely to want to commit something next turn. Just draw our companion. Oh man, 5 cards in hand and no plays. Opponent's pretty unlucky, chat. Thanks for the 22-month Squirtle Squad. Welcome back. Do I give up a land to get Nissa into play? I think the answer is yes. I could also just Nissa into Aether Gust. I mean, that's the better line.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Harness the elements.
I'm gonna do that. We are playing a Gandalfy deck today. Thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. Joke's on you, opponent. My best card's in the discard pile. Like, what is our collecting company doing? Can you explain? Like, why do I care about the collecting company? Memories. 7 cards in our hands now. We have so much mana. Do 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 do. Same thing that happened last game. You mean the game where I had no board presence and I lost because I had no board presence, not because a collecting company resolved? Whereas in this game, I have a significant amount of board presence, more board presence than my opponent by a large margin. So 23 months, Lark. Good night. Yes, there are Dragon and Citadel in their collecting company deck, which for those of you that don't pay attention to Magic Arena, that's just like average deck building in this game. I want Into the Roil in this matchup. It can buy us an okay amount of tempo early. This might actually be better than commit. Oh, I guess the memory was pretty good there. Maybe I want both. No, attack with both lands and then gusted. That's a good catch. Ugh. The answer to why didn't Jeff make the good play is because he missed it. The reason, again, the people that don't understand why there's not a scoreboard mid-match for Unite don't understand basic player psychology. The lack of a scoreboard in Pokemon Unite is explicitly intentional. It is there to discourage people who don't understand how the game works from making bad decisions and giving up in a game they can actually still win. Pokemon Unite does not have garbage time until the last 60 seconds of the game, because until you lose the team fight before Zapdos, your team can still win. I guess we're keeping this. It's pretty bad, though. Double Fabled Passage is vomit-inducing. Hey, nice. Yeah, and my understanding, Mana Symbol, is that the catch-up mechanics in Pokemon Unite are much better than the catch-up mechanics in things like League of Legends. It helps with late-game decision points, whether to stall at the Zapdos or try and take the Zapdos. So, I'm gonna call you out. If you need a scoreboard in-game to tell you whether or not you should be pressuring the Zapdos, you're one of the people that doesn't understand the game enough, and the score not being there is to help people like you. The game gives you enough information to tell you whether or not you should be pressuring the Zapdos. In fact, at 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes, it tells you how sizable your lead or how close the game is. Spoiler, if it says you're really struggling, you need the Zapdos, yeah. That tells you nothing. You're talking about really close situations. You shouldn't be doing the Zapdos in close situations. If the game is close, you should be doing a team fight and dunking some points without the Zapdos. Because if the game is close, flubbing the Zapdos at the end is a great way to lose it. So again, situational awareness and base understanding of what's important and what's not. Thanks for waiting to cast your collecting company. I appreciate you. White source? White source? I mean, if I squint, this is a white source. The problem here is they're gonna have collected company after I Wrath of God now. So I think we're dead because of the tempo loss of having to search for this. But we'll see. Alright, so I'm not going to say thank you for that one, because that's the third account with varying amounts of V's before that name that's followed today, so someone's just making a bunch of Twitch accounts to get follow notifications. Which I guess, thanks for padding my meaningless number, but really, you can stop making spam Twitch accounts. Alright, so am I Nissa-ing, or am I Wrathing? It might just be Nissa to try and stabilize the board a touch here whilst holding up Into the Roil to try and stay alive. The danger of doing this is if their company's really good, we just die, but maybe there'll be justice in the world and their Citadel Corval deck will have a bad collected company. So the problem with bouncing the Woe Strider at their end of turn is, one, I could already bounce the Woe Strider now. And two, I wasn't sure that I wasn't Wrath of Godding next turn. There's a chance we wanted to Wrath, depending on what we drew for the turn. Can you believe that they introduced rolling dice to Magic the Gathering and just fucking ruined the game? They got rid of my low variance Magic the Gathering. This game was so skill-based before this stupid D&D crossover. But now all you do is roll dice and the variance decides what happens. Good shit. All right. Goodbye, friends. I just spit on my monitor. Thank you. I try. Is it bad that I watched enough of you that when I saw you pause, I thought dice rolling rant? Now that's funny. Alright, so we do this, and then I think we're far enough ahead at this point that my opponent's out to get back in this game is Citadel off the top, so I'm gonna bounce a... Oh, I meant to bounce a treasure token, but they all look the same. They don't all look the same, but I was clicking quickly. I should have bounced the treasure, is what I meant to do. It's whatever. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, chat. Oh, and they're burning it to Woe Shredder. Yeah, this is more than fine. Okay. So I would like the record to reflect there is a correct play and a fun play I can do this turn. And I'm going to make the content play. Yikes! Now this is fine, right? This is fine. We can do this. Make a shark. Yeah, we're fine. And then we'll untap the Treeline, cast Into the North, grab Faceless Haven. Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. We're good, chat. Nobody panic! This deck actually seems really good. There might be something to this Memory Lapse card, chat. If you win, then it was the correct play. Big mood. I will say hard casting sharks. Shark Typhoons has been great. I'm watching you play Mill on the side while also watching you play Historic, and I'm trying to guess which Jeff said which line. That's great. Turn 2 Rampant Growth, chat. In it to win it. Sneeper Keeper. Would you please say Memory Lapse in the correct voice? No, you don't understand. When I'm the one casting Memory Lapse, it is a highbrow, high IQ, high skill card. When my opponent is casting Memory Lapse, it is a trash design and a dumpster fire and should be deleted from the game. So I can't say Memory Lapse in the Memory Lapse voice when I'm casting it because it's fine when I'm casting it. If they miss a land drop here, we might be okay. And we draw land. We need them to miss and us to hit an untapped land. If I hit an untapped land and commit this next turn, we could be in an okay spot. Well, this gives indestructible, so white source isn't even that useful. They could also have a Spell Pierce here. Hey, pierce me, daddy. Usually I expect people to buy me dinner before they pierce me. Alright, Baffling End in, Into the Roil in, Settle the Wreckage in, Yasharn out. Narset actually pretty good in this matchup. Tamiyo out. Wrath of God's actually not that good. I'm gonna bring in one Rest in Peace because it turns off their escape card and their Luris, but it's probably not good enough that I ever want to draw 2 of them. I'm not a big tattoo kind of person. It's not something I'm into. Hands like D's plus. Yasharn stops from sacking to protect their creatures. That's so narrow. Does Blight Aura's deck play a lot of main deck counters? It does, because Historic is a very control-heavy format. I love the artwork on this card. It's so gorgeous. The Borealis in the background, just stunning. Yeah, it's like it's not really Bogally at all. It has it doesn't have the hexproof Dorkos. That's like play cards to actually protect their things. So we'll see how they attack here. We could get a Shark Typhoon to eat Selfless Savior. Yippee-ki-yay! Alright, one of your finest Nissas, please, deck. Manatee is not usually a card they play. I don't think that's one you ever play around. Pierce and Kamatra's Blessing. Blessing's pretty common. This is a cycle Shark Typhoon or bounce something with Into the Roil turn. Kama Sutras, yeah, that one. So we're hoping for a Baffling End next turn. Okay. Does Blessing give hexproof if this isn't enchanted? It doesn't, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this now. And then we can Memory Lapse it next turn. We want to try and prevent them from snowballing card advantage here. Kicking it means my Memory Lapse can get spell pierced, but I think it's pretty important that I draw a card here. Play around Spell Pierce 2, the Electric Boogaloo. Sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit there. I apologize. Alright, so our deck seems to bully the Jeskai control decks, but man, this match has not felt particularly close. They have a veto? Maybe. I don't think that was guaranteed by any means. I think it's pretty wrong to play Krasis there. The upside of Nissa is pretty high. Wait, my Hydroid Krasis didn't draw another Hydroid Krasis. That's illegal. File for comp, right? It's broken, get a new Krasis. Nissa plus commit memory has been real sick today. Getting to just do both the same turn. None of their attacks seem great here. We just like put Krasis in front of a Vanguard, jump the Shark into the Core Spirit Dancer. I mean, they're actually dead on board, so... Well, I guess they're not dead on board because this is untapped, but... We'll see. Ha! Deal. Okay. My dojo does not contain fear. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, and that was the easy game where we were on the play. Now we have to try and win a game on the draw. It's going to be a little bit more challenging. It's going to be a little bit harder. Maybe they'll get magic. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. I'm dreading not being able to play Historic anymore when Jumpstart reads Claire, thanks for the half a year. So, and I'm willing to accept that I could eat crow later on what I'm about to say. But, so maybe you should clip this. But, as it's something of a gambling man myself, and I'm playing Magic the Gathering, so clearly I'm a gambling man, I would bet that Jumpstart Historic Horizons can only make Historic better than its current state. Because the kinds of cards in Jumpstart Historic Horizons that are pushed are exclusively cards that care about combat. Even the kind of combo-y style things that are in the set are like Reanimator style focus, and even those care about creatures in the board, generally speaking. I don't think Archmage's Charm does anything that isn't already happening in the format. If anything, I actually think Archmage's Charm stands to help diversify Historic, because I would wager Archmage's Charm will give birth to some 2-color control decks because of the triple blue casting cost. Without fetch shock mana bases, it'll be a little bit challenging to include Archmage's Charm and Lightning Helix in the same deck, for example. The Fresh Produce, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Alright, so they definitely have a counterspell of some sort here. Question is, which one and do I care? Yeah, I think we do this. We Narset, and then they counterspell, and then we bounce. Thanks for the entire year, Oste. It's a long time. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Well, Archmage's Charm isn't good because of the steal one cost things. Like, that part of it is fine, but it's largely good for... It's largely good for other reasons. I'm gonna try and stick this Rest in Peace. It kind of feels like they have Spell Pierce. Let's get rid of these Sentinel's Eyes. Draw this, play this tapped. We're not under a ton of pressure. I guess Staggering Insight's gonna let them draw cards. Red Rover, let Saram come on over. Do I play around Veto here? I think I'm supposed to play around Veto and just make a 4/4. I think this is the correct play. I'm confident they have a Spell Pierce. They could also have a Veto. Untapped land here to play Nissa around Spell Pierce would be great. And she'd also soak a Veto in a pinch. Okay. So now we just Baffling End. Because we could take the Saram off the table, and then they don't have any card advantage engine left to snowball with. I missed a follow notification a couple minutes ago, so thank you, Slippery Cat Nipples, for the follow. Oh. Oh, Twitch. Oh. Oh, Twitch chat. Nissa's lands do get +1/+1 from Kira. Why settle over Wrath of God? We're playing both, Tim.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
We have 3. We just have a split of sweepers. I think there's 2 or 3 Wraths, a Day of Judgment, and a Settle the Wreckage. Yes, and this is a matchup where Settle is much better than Wrath. And I would bet this is a matchup where the person that built this deck, they cared about this matchup, I bet, because they have a number of small edges that seem like they're for that matchup, this matchup. So I think we need to close here before they draw a bunch of enchantment. So I'm going to play another Nissa here and get another 4/4 to attack with. Yeah, into the Roil, I think, is an acknowledgement for this matchup specifically. So I would bet Settle is explicitly consideration for this matchup as well.
Behold, nature's true power.
Thanks for the sub gifty walk. Appreciate that. So we start pushing the Selfless Saviors off here. Yeah, they can put a Savior in front of one, and then they sack the dog to save the cat, and they take a total of 5 here. But, like, they're just, like, one decent, like, string of enchantments with the Spirit Dancer away from killing us, yeah. I guess if they get aggressive, the Settle the Wreckage puts them in their spot. I can't attack anymore with these on the ground. I guess my Nissa play is overly aggressive. Maybe I should have just kept the other one because she was going to ult relatively soon. Hey, thanks for the 7 months, mobile. Yeah, I just don't have Pokemon built that I've really enjoyed the Ultra League with. When Masters League comes up back again next week, I've got some good teams. I'll probably be playing that a bit off stream again. And we'll record some stuff. Yeah, Nissa ult is a way to break this stall for sure, because she makes the lands indestructible. I guess we're also technically flying overhead here.
The land fights for us.
Unite has also devoured my time recently. I missed one of my Pokemon Go dailies for the first time in like 2 or 3 months because Unite devoured all my time on Sunday. Do I ult the Nissa now? Or do I want to keep her? Is 5 indestructible 4/4s enough? I think it probably is, right? Yeah, we're gonna draw a lot of spells. This also gets to go get another land that's indestructible, so we go get Faceless Haven here. Wow, I'm like really impressed that we won this match. It was an impressive set for our deck. Yeah, Ultra lacks the diversity that the other two have. Mojo. I guess Masters isn't super diverse either. Great League's definitely the best in terms of diversity. Tom Tracy, thank you for the tier 2 and for the 64 months. Man, that's like almost an entire Declan amount of months. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing all right on the left coast. Sweet. I played Sword and Shield and all. Yeah, I played through Sword and Shield. We did a little bit of, you've been subbed for 3 months. It was probably a little bit before you subbed. If you look back on my YouTube, we actually did a little bit of VGC on stream too. VGC just takes too much grinding to get into. Pokemon Go takes a lot of grinding to get into too for PvP, but I was like already doing it because I was catching things casually. See if we can get to diamonds here. It was a year ago now, was it? Couldn't have been. Maybe it was. It's been a while. Ginger Wookie, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. He's really good if it draws a white source. Hit me, dealer. Hit me! I didn't do any VGC in 2021. Wow. Yeah, that's probably right. I believe you. Shit. Solid start here for the opponent. Hopefully we draw untapped land next turn and get to drop the old implacable earth down. Boo. I'm a poor little hate card. I'm just taking the Woe Strider. Missing a land drops. Big feels bad, man. It's a little one of the risks we took by keeping a 2-lander, though. Well, yeah, the last Pokemon VGC video was December 15th, 2020. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but, you know, the details don't lie, I suppose. Really surprised they didn't dig for a land with their Gilded Goose last turn. Feels like a mistake. I think I just have to play this tip my land drops, which is a pretty big feels bad, man, but it's where we're at. Yeah, Carter definitely knows his stuff. For sure. Really good pickup. This might be what we need to get back in this game. Should we get to Memory Lapse any big play next turn, and then Nissa with Lapse the following turn and Krasis stabilize our life total? Anything they cast that costs 3 or more is getting Memory Lapsed here. You having fun? I'm having fun.
Power surges through these lands. Harness the elements.
I am committed to keeping this Mayhem Devil off the board, Chip. Got me. Killed my Nissa Forest. Paid actor. Thanks for the follow. And more games before Uncharted. This is probably the last one. Our last match. So we're up a game here. Narset gets attacked down. Tamiyo gets attacked down. Don't really have room for Shark Typhoon in the early game. We're gonna want Rest in Peace again. It's like good, but not great. I'm happy to draw one. Don't ever want to draw two. Dash Assault. Thanks for the prime. Wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. Definitely want my glut of sweepers. Ant needs a white source again, but is again pretty good if it finds one. Alright, swing and a miss. Big yikes. You know what, chat? Beggars shan't be choosers. We take those. Fredwick, thank you for the 45 months. Good morning, welcome back. Alright, any untapped land. What's going on, Gregs? Thanks for sticking around for a third of a year. So we get to alleviate their pressure, and then we get to Aether Gust their play next turn, and then we get to Yasharn, draw some lands. I hope they print the other Triumphs too. I would really love the Triumphs to be printed. I'd love the rest of the fast lands for Historic. Really dislike incomplete land cycles. They're annoying. Alright, cast your 5-drop so I can Aether Gust you. Hey, Roller Dude. Welcome back. Not the 5-drop I was thinking of, but also acceptable. Rare wild cards disagree on the lands. I mean, you don't have to craft them. You do have to craft them. You got him. Ooh, that's a good thought. I could have made them lose the food. That's a good catch. Thank you for pointing out that sequencing. Do I sacrifice a land to get Nissa into play this turn? I think the answer is yes. Like, I definitely need to Wrath of God.
The land fights for us.
Yeah, and they burned a Noxious Grasp already. think I want to hold up Memory Lapse next turn, so we're only going to do this for 7. Only 7. Actually wasn't that good. We're a little bit behind at the moment. This being a 7 means this can't attack in those, so that's nice. Need another piece of gas here for sure. Oh no. Put some Into the Roils back in my deck here. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, chat. In the words of the greatest poet of our generation, we just gotta shake, shake, shake it off here. Eldraine BTW. Big mood. They did claim the firstborn, the Krasis, and kill us from 13. This is, in fact, exactly what happened. Well, my opponent flubbed the interface and failed to pay 1 to search with their Trail of Crumbs. Jeff be doing a Historic Horizon set review. It's already up. We've been doing daily card reviews every time they've been posted. I need to put them in a playlist. They're not in a playlist. I'll put them in a playlist this evening, I promise. Or this afternoon once I'm offline. I'll make a note of that. Playlist of review. Harsh but fair. Is it crazy to just memory here? Our hand is just so atrocious. It's giving them +3 cards. Our hand did not really get... I guess it's a little better, maybe. Definitely the gambly play here. Maybe their hand is equally bad. You're so close to diamond today, Chip. Hey, a collected company deck? I like how chat's like confident they're not a collected company version. Listen, chat, you haven't seen the things I've seen, okay? Oh, they're just drawing 2 cards. Fair. Oh, they're fatal pushing Yasharn. No, I like my boar. He's my boar and you can't have him. I'm not attacking, so I don't want them to get a free block with the cat. This is another one of the reasons why, while we're going to try a lot of creature decks with Historic Horizons, I'm not incredibly optimistic they're necessarily going to be very good. The decks that are good in this format are really good against creatures. There's so many Wrath of Gods and Claim the Firstborns and Lightning Helixes. And you add in a couple of Mayhem Devils and Memory Lapses and you mix well. $10, $11, $12.
Behold, nature's true power.
Alright, sweet. That was one of the cards that helped us not die to claim. Memory Lapse helped us not die to claim. Aether Gust. I think we're discarding these 3 lands. That's my plan here. Noxious Grasp? They're just reading Nissa. So I think we're going to make the play that someone had suggested. No, I don't want to die to claim the Firstborn, right? Never mind. All right, I say we could bounce this, but I just don't want to die to claim. So let's just let that happen. Well, I want all my untapped mana. I've got plenty of mana at this point in the card. And this game's not going to last that many more turns. So having my lands untapped rather than having them be more long-term is definitely better. Okay. Let's start with this. So they have to do whatever that is they're going to do first. And now I bounce the Corvald in response, because I can hold up Settle the Wreckage next turn to not die to claim. think we're gonna have time to hard cast this one.
The land shall conquer you.
Okay, they take 3. Drop another pig into play. Now, notable here that pig does not stop Korvald from sacrificing things. This is a triggered ability, it is not an activated ability. They've got a lot of ways to kill this. We saw Noxious Grass Blast game. We know they have bindings. If they sacrifice something here, they can have Fatal Push. So we already saw a few of those. Maybe it is a hard cast Shark Typhoon game still. Yeah, I think we're gonna alt Nissa because we have second Nissa in hand. So they can't use their ovens at the moment. Yes, we'll definitely want to float mana first. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15. And then Nissa untap so I can settle the wreckage still next turn. No, I'm not going to be able to settle, right? Oh, and I took a game action, so I can't untap these. Yikes. Alright. If I would have sequenced better, I could have held up... I could have held up No, wait, am I still okay? No, I'll be to hold up Settle. Yeah, never mind. I miscounted. I actually didn't even need to shock to hold up Settle, huh? What was I counting? Oh, did I miss the 2 from this? Maybe I missed the 2 from this.
Behold, nature's true power.
I can't draw this and hold up Settle, though. I could have left one of these untapped there. So Korvald's gonna attack, need a food. I think I settled just the single Korvald here. Just to, like, take their big blocker off the table. Big attacker. I'm gonna go ahead and let them do all of their triggers first, though. Wait, what? Why didn't they eat the food? It seems like a mistake. Goodbye, friend. Oh, I should technically let them draw before I fish the land out of their deck. And then honestly, we're probably just like casting this Nissa this turn, right? Makes another shark, gives us another 4/4.
Be wary of the ground you walk on. Seek shelter in my stewardship. Rise, my elemental friend.
Seems like a good board state for mobile. Keep Yasharn back. The rest of these are vigilant and indestructible. Nice! Wow. Yeah, I mean, this deck's really powerful. Yeah, it was a slog. We had some of those games felt hard, but we had good tools, you know. Nissa really kind of showed off there her strengths, showing how she's able to take over a game. We leveraged the extra mana that she generated really nicely. Commit to Memory was really impressive in this deck. Both Memory alongside Narset and Nissa giving you a lot of mana so you could commit plus Memory something in the same turn. Nissa kind of put Shark Typhoon into overdrive as well, right? Like, Shark Typhoon's a card that's, like, pretty reasonable on its own, and then you mix in some Nissa, and it just goes absolutely insane. Yeah, definitely. So I can definitely see why this one. This is not one of those. Some of those times, sometimes we pull a deck list that did well from somewhere, and it's just like, man, how did this do well? This was not one of those times. This felt like all the pieces fit together well. We had good blend of answers to different things, good card advantage, quality threats. So if you're looking for a deck, I mean, you know, this is one of the most powerful cards you can be casting in this format, and this deck casts it really, really well, while also having a lot more of a clock than something like Just Sky. Yeah, I think we only played 3 or 4 matches in almost 2 hours. We've been playing this deck for an hour and 50 minutes, so. Yeah, I kind of liked no Teferi 5, if I'm being honest. Nissa, Shark Typhoon, and Hydroid Krasis all felt like very reasonable top end. So I think these are, I would not recommend Teferi 5 in this deck. Alright,